Family worker training has been around for almost 30 years. We started in 1984 as a very small organisation to deliver some training for family workers in and around the Blacktown area. Our aim at family worker training is to deliver local, affordable, practice-based training for family workers in Western Sydney.
What we do in the training that we deliver is we try and actually influence change in whole communities of practice.
Today, family worker training runs 12 projects. We train approximately 2,500 workers a year. Family worker training has earned the respect of workers and government departments across Metro West. We have worked closely with a number of other organisations to deliver forums and conferences over the last few years.
The training that we deliver actually aims to build the actual practice skills of workers. The types of training that we do covers work with families, it covers issues of working with diverse communities, it covers issues of working with Aboriginal communities, mental health, drug and alcohol, just the whole range of issues that society faces. That's the sort of training that we aim to deliver and to support workers to get their heads and hearts around.
Our training is offered in Western Sydney, however we do attract a lot of workers from metropolitan Sydney and New South Wales.
So I guess on a whole what we aim to do is to inspire not just individual workers but whole communities of workers and agencies and networks and service systems to come on a learning journey that will ultimately benefit the families and communities that they work with.
The whole thing's been a highlight for me. I've just loved being at family worker training. It's just an amazing team environment, and I think hat off to Jackie for overseeing and ensuring that it is a professional, caring and real team environment. It's a very rare thing.
In terms of workshops, there's been lots of really good workshops and trainings. I think moving into the area of cultural development and community art, which is something that an area we haven't kind of focused on before, was fantastic.
And how there has been a collaboration between workers and within our project, and that we have a diverse range. We've thought outside the box this time.
The opportunity to do my certificate in workplace training and assessment, and to be able to then bring back and realise that some of the stuff that we've been doing could be done a lot better.
The leadership program has to be my on the top of my list this year. We've had 17 applications and some on the waiting list, and a flow on from that, one of the women in the program has started writing her own program, and another lady has just approached me about doing something very similar for DV women that they work with in Mount Druitt. So it's just been a great.
One of the highlights for me, and one of the major things that I've been working on, is the development day, and it was really successful in that we built a partnership with Metro Southwest to come with us, so that was good. That opened up that partnership there.
The wrap would have to be a huge highlight for me, and the work that went into it. But I guess the launch itself was just really wonderful. And I guess on a personal note, I just like working in a very diverse team. I almost think we could do a whole documentary just on the diversity amongst this team. The diversity in age, the diversity in lifestyle, the diversity in faith-based, the diversity in, you just could go on and on and on and on and on.
Family Worker Training and Development Program aims to lead by example. Part of that is to identify, to plan ahead, to think about emerging needs, and to make sure that we're providing training and learning and development opportunities. Family Worker Training and Development Program recognises the important role it has to play in helping to build safe, healthy, resilient and inclusive children, young people, families and communities. So when we step back and take a look at this information, we take a look at the data and the feedback we're getting, we do feel good about what we're doing, and we do feel like we're delivering to the communities of practice and the workers that we're here for in a way that's useful for them. We also feel like what we're doing is having a flow-on impact to families and communities, and we're really pleased with that. But we don't stay still. We're always trying to find ways of doing what we do better, and we will continue to do so. Family Worker Training and Development Program is deeply committed to improving the capacity of ourselves and the community sector as a whole to support and work with Aboriginal community and to increase cultural recognition and respect. Family Worker Training and Development Program is one of the first community organisations in Australia to have its own reconciliation action plan, and we very excitedly launched this last year.
Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you here at Grantham and on the land of the Darug Nation.
And we're very proud of the work that we do in supporting Aboriginal community and cultural recognition. This includes our work specifically with providing training for Aboriginal workers, our Aboriginal Women's Leadership Program, and the work that we do with mainstream services in supporting to build their cultural capacity. We're extremely proud of the fact that we have an Aboriginal designated worker and the work that she does in the community. And we're really excited about our growing engagement and connection with Aboriginal elders, workers and the community in general. Family Worker Training's done a lot of work over these past years in documenting our journey and gathering resources. And part of our commitment is to share these resources with all of the people that we work with.
Well, I think one of the things that stands out for me, especially as a manager, is just the accessibility of the training and the cost, obviously. If I've only got so many professional development dollars to spend, I wouldn't want to spend it with family work training because of the quality of the training.
The significant thing I think about is the longevity of the program. So, you know, in the early 90s when family workers were struggling to think about ways of working with families, you know, families' needs are becoming increasingly more complex. Family Worker Training's been like an old friend.
So far this financial year, more than 95 NGOs have sent more than 4 workers to our training events. Working in partnership has to be the way forward, and that's certainly been what's been on our agenda for the last 12 months and will continue to be very high on our agenda.
You've all highlighted is that kind of leading the way, and so obviously the leading role that we took in the Leading Practice Conference last year and will continue to take with that was just one example. It's not just about telling people what is good practice, but it's about living that out and demonstrate when something new emerges, and a responsiveness to think how can we fit that into the program, where can we do that realistically and meet that new need. Well, certainly the move to using a results-based accountability format was another example of kind of leading the way, because we've done that training now for a number of organisations, but it's not I guess it's the same as the RAP. It's not about just saying, well, here is something you can do. It's saying, this is what we think is good practice, and we've actually done it too, and we can show you how to do it. And we can demonstrate to you how it's going to make a difference in your organisation and in the work that you do.
And we're just not a one-year wonder. Like, it's our 30th anniversary very soon, and we've been here for a long time, and we're going to continue to be as we push new learning.